Chapter 4 is all about quadratic equations. Quadratic equations have the standard form y equals ax squared plus bx plus c. This is the standard form. Notice with quadratic equations we have an x squared term. That's going to make these graphs look like a parabola, which is something that looks like this on a graph. Okay. In this section 4.1, you need to learn how to do three things. First, tell if it opens up or down. And the second thing is find the vertex, which is also considered a maximum or a minimum. And you need to find the axis of symmetry. Three skills. Let's look at the first example. It's y equals 2x squared minus 8x plus 6. And we're going to plug that into the calculator, so let's go ahead and do that. Y equals 2x squared minus 8x plus 6. Graph it. Remember, if you can't see the graph, I usually press zoom 6 standard or zoom 0 fit. This one's standard is working just fine, so we're going to use it. So the first thing is we can say this graph opens up because the parabola opens upward. It has a positive slope right here. It's going to open up. Okay. The next thing is we need to find the vertex, and the vertex is this point on the graph, the lowest point on the graph, or the highest point if it's upside down. And this is what we consider the vertex of the parabola. So the way we're going to do this on the calculator is you're going to hit second calculate. I'll write that here as well. So to find the vertex, you hit second calc, and you're not going to see vertex here. You're going to have to choose. Are we looking for the minimum value of this graph or the maximum value? So we're going to look back here. On this graph, since it opens up, the vertex is the lowest point on the graph. It's the minimum of this graph. So we're going to hit second calculate and go down to minimum. So I'll write that here as well. Second calculate, you're going to choose min or max. And you have to make the decision which one you want. So this one's a minimum. It's going to say left bound. So you choose something to the left of the minimum. I'll just choose something over here, whatever. I'll choose something to the right where it says right bound. It says guess, I don't care, hit enter. And it says minimum is x equals 2, y equals negative 2. So the vertex is 2, negative 2. The last thing you're going to do is find the axis of symmetry. And to do that, just imagine that there is an imaginary line drawn through this graph. So this is a picture of the graph. Just picture there's a line drawn through the vertex that runs from top to bottom. So if the vertex is here, there's an axis of symmetry here where we could fold it over. And so that axis of symmetry is x equals 2. Because 2 is the x value of the vertex, that's also the axis of symmetry. We could fold that across. We're going to try one more example. We'll try y equals negative 3/4 x squared minus 4x minus 1. So we're going to go ahead and type that into our calculator, which is negative 3/4 is negative 3 divided by 4 x squared minus 4x minus 1. Graph it. And in this one, because it's negative, we're actually looking for the maximum. We're going to say this opens down. That's the first thing. Second thing is we're going to look for the maximum. So the vertex is actually a max this time. So we're going to second calculate the maximum. Look left bound, we have to choose something to the left. So let's go over here and press enter. Right bound, choose something to the right. Press enter. And it's going to tell us that our vertex is negative 2.666 repeating. And our y is going to be 4.333 repeating. That's going to be our vertex. Number 3 is we're going to need the axis of symmetry. The axis of symmetry is the same as the x value because you draw a line directly down the center of that. So the axis of symmetry is x equals negative 2.666.